rolling.
Well, Cliff, I guess you heard the news that Derek Carr's been released like I did. Now, my thoughts on this is going to be very simple. The New York Jets, the reason why I think it's a no-brainer to me, they don't have to give up anything for him. He comes cheap. The Jets are a quarterback away. Now, people think, well, a quarterback away, they don't need Patrick Mahomes or Rodgers. They just need solid play because they got a stout defense. And that running back will be coming back. So they just need a quarterback to be consistent. What were they scoring last year? Like 19 points a game? With Derek Carr and that running back coming back, 24 points is all they need. And they'll be in the playoffs, probably a deep run. They don't need a superstar. Patrick Mahomes had to carry his team because his defense wasn't very good. The running attack is okay, but the Jets running attack when that running back comes back will be really good. And also, like I said, they're a stout defense, so they don't need a Patrick Mahomes. But in the stretch, they just need solid play. And will he be an upgrade in New York? Yes, he will. So that's all I'm going to say. And I want to hear what your perspective is on all this.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, obviously in New York, there's a lot of speculation. Well, really, there's two names that you hear in the local media here. You hear Derek Carr and you hear Aaron Rodgers. Now that Derek Carr has been officially released, here's what the challenge is. I thought a lot about this. Here's the challenge. Okay, so Aaron Rodgers is obviously not a free agent. He's on the contract with Green Bay. But there's everybody speculating that they want to deal him. And he's a 39-year-old guy. I think there's two camps in Green Bay, those that want him, those that don't want him. And I think
here's the other perspective. Derek Carr's also a lot younger. So right. How long are you gonna have Aaron Rodgers for? How long he's gonna want to play? Derek Carr's a lot younger, comes a lot cheaper.
Right.
Like I said, they don't need a great quarterback. They just need a solid quarterback with their team.
So Aaron Rodgers is 39 years old. I think he's still got life left in him, a lot of football life, I should say. And who gives you a better chance to win today? Aaron Rodgers. That to me, it's not even a contest. A healthy Aaron Rodgers gives you a better chance to win today. He's a far superior quarterback to Derek Carr. The appealing thing about Derek Carr is, as you put it, is the age. He's a lot younger. You could sign him to a multi-year deal. Aaron Rodgers, you're going to squeeze maybe you get 2 good years out of him, right? But they're a win now team. So if you're the Jets, who do you really want? You want Aaron Rodgers. Here's the problem. The problem is that Green Bay, first of all, you have to trade for him. And if Green Bay can't trade Aaron Rodgers until after June 1st, let me rephrase that. They can trade him before June 1st, but if they trade him before,
costly.
They take a serious hit. I think it's a $60 million hit. All right. So they're not going to want to deal him until after June 1st. So they're taking a $60 million hit. So what does that leave you with? It leaves you in limbo, because if you're the Jets and you really want Aaron Rodgers, you can't really have conversations with Derek Carr, because if they progress, you have to delay the conversation until June 1st, when you can technically get Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I know what you're saying about Aaron Rodgers, but he hasn't had the best. He hasn't had the best playoff performances either. Remember that. Also, the other thing that will probably stick to Jets' mind is that Brett Favre went to New York and it ended up being a disaster.
Yeah,
the New York media. Trust me, the New York media is a lot different than Green Bay media.
Well, I understand all that, and I don't. It's not a comparison. That two different people, 2 different times, 2 different eras. The bottom line is, Aaron Rodgers gives you the best chance to win now. If any quarterback that's out there right now, I didn't even say that, because there's a lot of, we should talk about the other quarterbacks that are out there, Bill, right? Because there are other guys floating out there, right? You still got Lamar Jackson who's not signed. He's a possibility.
Oh, he's going to be signed eventually for probably.
He probably will, but guess what? He's also going to be a free agent. So you got Lamar Jackson, you got Garoppolo, you have Daniel Jones.
Garoppolo's injury prone. Remember that part.
Yeah, I'm just saying who's available. So you have Garoppolo, you have Daniel Jones. Who else is out there?
You're not going to bring Sam Darnold back.
You got Baker Mayfield, right? But there's more names out there, right? So if you're the Jets, who do you want? I would say right now, the number 1 guy on the Jets list of targets is Aaron Rodgers. That's the guy they want. Aaron Rodgers.
That's what you've been hearing about.
But here's the problem: it's going to cost you more to get Aaron Rodgers, right? And it's also going to cost you draft picks.
Yes.
So is Derek Carr a no-brainer? I guess if you think if you're the Jets brass and you think that he's good enough to win with the team you have today, go for it.
Great running game, great defense. He doesn't have to be great. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
High risk with high reward. That's what I'm saying. That's just it. It's the same when Aaron runs. It's high risk because you're giving up picks, but you know what you got with him. Derek Carr, you really don't. But I'm telling you, they only need to score maybe 4 or 5 points a game more, and they could literally make a deep run. They weren't being able to score. The quarterback position with the Jets last year was, I'm sorry, was so inconsistent.
Well,
Zach
we
Wilson
know
was
that, right?
terrible.
I mean, we
And
all
that
know
other
that.
guy, White, he was inconsistent too.
They listen, they know they need a quarterback, right? Obviously. And they're going to make a run for somebody. They're going to go after one of these guys that we mentioned. They're definitely going after one of these guys that we mentioned. All right. They're not going to go into the season, um, you know, banking on, Mike White or Zach Wilson, being their starter in 2023. They're just not. They're gonna sign one of these guys. If they don't sign one of these guys, it's not from lack of trying. It didn't, fall into place.
Didn't pan out.
Right. So and that's a possibility because it's not like
Yeah.
there's a bunch of guys out there. We just
Yeah.
listed all the guys that are out there. So
Yeah.
the guys that we listed for the most part are an upgrade to what you have. I mean, yeah, you're probably not gonna go after Sam Darnold again after he's spent time here.
Yeah.
Probably not going to go after Baker Mayfield. But then again, what do I know? Maybe they do go after Baker Mayfield.
That's true.
That's a possibility. Daniel Jones, I don't see happening. I don't see him. I don't see the
John's going to resign him.
And Lamar Jackson, I don't see him.
No.
But you never know, Lamar Jackson. You never
Yeah.
know if he's going to re-sign with the Ravens. You just don't know. Garoppolo, again, he's a possibility as well, right? So, this is not a shut and closed case.
Well, that's the thing. Is also there's other teams that need quarterbacks as we discussed. Plus, prior Derek Carr being released, there's always inkling about him going to the Saints as well.
Well, yeah.
There's other teams that might want him too.
Let's do that. Let's go through the list of who needs a quarterback right now. That comes to the equation, right? Yeah. Tampa Bay. You have Carolina. You have Saints, right? Who are we missing here? You have the Colts. You have the Texans.
Did we say Tampa Bay already? We said Tampa Bay, right?
I don't know if I said Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay should be top of the list. The Texans, the Jets. So you have a bunch of teams that are looking for a QB. So, and it's not like there's a bunch of them out there. There's a limited amount of guys that you and I would consider a legitimate starter, right? There's question marks.
Like I said, my point is none of those teams are very good right now. The Jets are the one team that sticks to mind because they have a stout defense that stud running back. He would have got offensive rookie of the year easily.
Yeah, listen, of all the teams we just mentioned that are in looking for a quarterback, the Jets are definitely a very appealing place to go if you're a quarterback based on the fact that you have a solid defense, you have some weapons on offense.
Yeah, and a good running game.
And you are a win now team. So if you're you want to win a Super Bowl, that's one of the teams that's going to be very appealing to quarterback. And that's why I think that Aaron Rodgers, I want to think that he's targeting the Jets. If he wants out of Green Bay, if he's going into his 5 days of darkness or whatever it is. He's going when he comes out of that, and he talks to Green Bay, front office. He may say, "Yeah, I'm ready. I want to get out of here." And if he wants a trade, they're going to make every opportunity to dish him, right? Because you're getting something for him. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you trade him? Especially if they think Jordan Love is the guy. If they think Jordan Love is the guy. And you could get, who knows what they could get for him. They're probably going to get a 1 and a 2 or whatever they're going to get. They're going to get some
2 2s. I mean, 2 1s. Who knows?
Who knows, right? Who knows what they're going to get? So, it's very possible that that Aaron Rodgers is going to be somewhere else next year. And I would think if I'm Aaron Rodgers and I look down the list of the teams we just mentioned, Jets would be at the top of that list.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they?
Oh, no question. You kidding me? Because they have everything around them. If they had a couple more good quarterback plays where bad interceptions, like one of the games, that's when Zach Wilson got Lennon Howard. No, our offense didn't let the defense down. you scored 3 points.
Yeah,
Your defense gave up 10.
right. Now the other thing is this, Bill, I'm just going to bring this up. I don't know if any of your competing channels bring up this point at all, but does Derek Carr have the mental makeup to be in New York? And I'll tell you why I'm saying that. All right. I'm saying that because there's been a couple occasions where he's, had a breakdown during press conferences, like literally started crying, right? How would the New York media?
Oh, they rip him a lot. See, I never seen him cry, but if that's the case, they would really shred him up.
Yeah, so middle of the season this year, I guess the effort of some of the players and the coaching came into question. I think it was more the coaching, and he literally broke down on the podium and started crying, tears rolling down his cheeks, right? If that happens in New York, oof,
Not good.
that could be a disaster. So,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he has the mental makeup to make it in New York.
We'll have to
I hate to
see.
say that, but that's what I thought. A couple times when I see him, I'm like, oof, I wouldn't
Yeah.
want that to be my guy, Daniel Jones, on the podium crying, because
Or like my guy Josh Allen, big tough kid. Next thing you know, he's
right.
crying his eyes out.
I mean, listen, you and I are from a different generation where men just don't cry. Men don't cry in public. I know, like people today think it's acceptable, and men should.
Yeah,
But you know what? If you're a leader of a football team,
you
I don't
can't be
think you should be
crying.
crying on a podium. Listen. He didn't do it on purpose, so I hate to be so critical about something like
Yeah.
that. But in New York, if you're a franchise quarterback or a quarterback, and you take the podium, and you start crying because of people questioning the team's effort, that doesn't go over too well in
Yeah.
Apple,
So
right? So that's another
have to
thing
see.
to take into consideration. I know Aaron Rodgers isn't going to cry during a press conference here, right?
Might be sarcastic.
Yeah, he put people in their place. He's not going to
Yeah.
cry. So, that all being said, I mean, at the end of the day here, you have a decent amount of teams looking for a quarterback. You don't have some big names out there coming into free agency. You have a couple of guys, like I said, we talked about Lamar Jackson, we talked about Daniel Jones. They're most
Yeah.
likely going to sign with the teams that, they were under contract with the last
Well,
few
yeah, yeah.
Giants and the Ravens, respectfully. But the rest of the guys that we talked about, there's really, there's really three names. Forget Jackson and Jones. You got Derek Carr, you got Aaron Rodgers if he wants to be traded, and you have Garoppolo. Tier two, you have Baker Mayfield, you have who do we just talk about from Carolina?
Well, it's not gonna be Sam Darnold. I'll
Sam
tell you that
Darnold,
much.
yeah, you have Sam
He's
Darnold.
not going to the Jets.
And then you have some backups that aren't even part of the
Yeah.
conversation. I don't know if I'm missing somebody, but
Yeah.
those are the guys that are out there. So I don't know.
We'll find out. We'll probably be surprised by come time by training camp. We'll probably be very surprised on the moves that were made.
We'll
Until
see.
next time.
Till next time.
That's all you have to say. If you like this channel, please hit the subscribe button. Please share it. Please hit the notification. And please hit the like button. And thanks for everybody for stopping by.
Yeah,
Have
Bill,
a great day.
let me close by saying in the last video we did, you got me all excited that all these comments were going to happen. Where
I
are
get them on my shorts.
you get them on your shorts? Okay. What about your pants? All right.
Whatever. Talk to you later.
All right. I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye.